This morning, you can help a Good Samaritan and a victim get justice and earn $5,000. Crime Stoppers and Universal City Police are asking for your help finding the owner of a gray or silver Ford Fiesta that was involved in a hit and run. Now, police say that car will have some significant damage and a missing driver's side mirror. Pay close attention right here. Police say this surveillance video, it's a little dark, but it is the best they have right now. And they say this is a hit and run that happened on September 14th around 12:15. This is a hatchback that they're looking for from the crime scene near loops FM 78 and loop 1604. Police say a woman had to stop at the center median with a flat tire, and a Good Samaritan stopped to help her quickly fix that tire. He was worried for her safety because it is a very dark area. It was midnight. It is unsafe. Police say that is when the driver of the silver Ford Fiesta hit the car, possibly even ran over that woman, and then left the scene without stopping. Now, it was the woman's SOS feature on her phone that alerted family and police about this accident. Police are hoping this story this morning can help bring in some leads.
Because I know for a fact that somebody out there knows something. This car is parked in somebody's garage, and they know that these victims had and are suffering, and that they need to say something, they need to speak up. I'm very confident that somebody knows something and that they're going to reach out to us.
And police have already reached out to several body shops in the area in hopes that someone knows the owner of this silver Ford hatchback and will call Crime Stoppers. The number you need to remember this morning is 210-224-STOP. We also wanted to ask police what we should do if we get a flat tire on the road. It happens a lot here in San Antonio, and here's what the Detective Fawcett had to say.
We want to get away from the traffic, and we want to get to a safe spot, ideally a parking lot. And if you have to ride the tire off, I mean, you replace the tire, but you can't replace you.
Coming up at 6:34, we're going to talk to the woman injured that night. She is the mother of 4, and she says she cannot work for now, and she wants the driver to face the consequences of nearly killing her and the Good Samaritan.
All right, very interesting stuff, Patty. While San Antonio launching a new safety campaign called Keep Crossing Safe. This is focusing on 3 busy streets where pedestrian accidents have been a big problem. The city is using silhouettes of real people to remind us that anyone could be crossing, whether it's a family member or a friend. With pedestrian crashes and fatalities rising, the campaign encourages everyone to use crosswalks, pay attention, and slow down. Okay, so let's give you an update right now on the roads as we get you to 5:17 again on your Tuesday morning. It's a Cowboys victory Tuesday morning, so maybe some of you guys waking up a little bit later on. Let's take a look here at the situation. 35 right here, Weidner Road for all of our drivers coming south of Topper Wine. We're seeing that back up there. Stop and go traffic right now. We're looking at about a 15-20 minute delay just to get through this one stretch, basically from Topper Wine all the way to parts of Weidner and, of course, Thousand Oaks. Let's expand out the northeast side just a little bit more and show you what we're looking at Olympia Parkway, because well, we have the situation on the southbound lanes over by Weidner. It's going to be our northbound lanes that we're going to see some delays over here by 35 northbound at Olympia Parkway past the 35-1604 interchange past Pat Booker Road. We're looking at about a 10 to 15 minute delay for our drivers there. All right, so we got a big match taking place tonight. Mexico, yes, El Tri, they're going to be in the building right here taking on Paraguay at the Alamo Dome, and this match is going to kick off at 7 o'clock tonight. Doors opening at 5:30, so this is a tune-up for the World Cup. This is the Mex Tour 2025 that's taking place as Mexico prepares for the 2026 World Cup, which will be hosted right here in North America. Parking right now at the Dome, though, it's going to be a little bit pricey, $60, and it is limited, but there are via park and ride options. Crossroads, Brooks, those locations will get you to and from the Dome, basically back and forth for $2.60. So definitely take advantage of some of those opportunities. Again, El Tri in the building tonight. We're expecting a pretty good crowd here for Mexico taking on Paraguay. Kickoff again, 7 p.m. Doors opening at 5:30. Let's go to our Weather Authority meteorologist Justin Horn for the latest check of our forecast on this Tuesday. Justin, what should folks expect if they're about to head out to the Dome later on today?
It'll be quiet, RJ, and this is what they would consider a friendly, right? Is that what we call it? A friendly.
Have their A team playing.
Okay. Should be a great match. If you are headed out there, no issues today. We're going to start off with cloudy conditions. Maybe a little bit of drizzle this morning. Can't rule that out, but shouldn't have big impacts on your morning commute. 76 at 11 o'clock. I'm going to keep it cloudy. I think these clouds will hold on for a while. And then eventually we do get some sun, which will get us up to, you guessed it, 85 degrees. That's where we've been for the last 3 or 4 days now. We do start to see some changes tomorrow if you're ready for a change in this forecast. And it's all due to this upper level low, which right now is spinning out of our California. You can see some of the rain and cloud cover associated with it. It's going to dig a little bit further south and then make its way towards Texas next couple days. So let's look at the futurecast here. And by, say, 4 p.m. tomorrow, that is when rain starts out west. So Del Rio, Eagle Pass are areas that could start to see some of these storms. We'll watch for a couple of these storms that come out of the mountains of Mexico. They always well, they typically are fairly strong just because of the way the flow is, but just know that there could be a couple strong storms involved there. This is midnight Thursday, by the way, and I really think we could see a line of storms developing out west. The problem here is that they could train over the same areas. When we see this happen, you can pick up quite a bit of rain. So my concern would be for the area along the Rio Grande and into the hill country tomorrow night. Then as we get into Thursday, that rain does start to spread east. I think the storms will be a little more tame as they work towards San Antonio during the day on Thursday, but we still could pick up some heavy rain depending on how this sets up. This is 4 p.m. Shows a broken line of showers and storms coming through, and then maybe even a little bit more action Thursday night before this all clears out Friday morning. This is Friday at 7 o'clock, and then we should get some clearing during the day on Friday. So rain chances, I think, look like this. 20%. Now, we're talking for San Antonio here, but 20% Wednesday night, 40%. Thursday is going to be our best odds, 60%. We're going to stick with that number. And then Thursday night, still a few lingering showers and storms before things clear out on Friday. How much rain could we see? Well, this is a bit of a change compared to what we were showing you yesterday. And I agree with this. I think the heaviest of the rain is going to be from Rock Springs Junction, maybe Del Rio and Uvalde, where some of that training happens that I was talking about Wednesday night. Now, even here in San Antonio, we could pick up 1 to 2 inches. I think actually the further east you go, the lower the numbers. So ½ an inch to an inch, perhaps, from San Antonio points south and southeast. So to put it all together here, 82 Wednesday, 75 Thursday with a good chance of rain. We clear out Friday. Saturday, I think, will be quiet. But here's another change to the forecast. We're bringing rain chances back Sunday into Monday as another storm system rolls through. So things getting a little more active here in the 7-day forecast, which is not a bad thing. We just don't want the flooding there. So we'll keep you posted on how well all of this plays out. We'll be here through all of this to give you updates. All right, our Just Ask Justin question this morning. We're going back in history. So on this day, back in 1883, this day was known as the Day with Two Noons. Why? Is it because daylight saving time officially began? The international dateline was created? The first time zones were created? Or was it a record-long solar eclipse? You can vote. KSAT.com/poll. Scan the QR code. Answer coming up in about an hour and a half.
I couldn't answer this if my life depended on it. But thank you, Justin.
No,
All right.
definitely not.
5:22 right now, 73 degrees outside.
All right, coming up, a major automaker has just announced a new partnership with Amazon. We have more of this in today's Tech Bites coming up after the break.
In today's Tech Bites, Ford and Amazon are teaming up. Used car shoppers can now browse local dealers' used car inventory through Amazon Autos. If you see one you like, you can even fill out most of the necessary paperwork online. Then schedule a time to pick up your new ride. DoorDash has confirmed it was the target of a data breach. The company says hackers stole names, phone numbers, emails, and physical addresses, but did not access social security numbers or bank information. The company did not say how many customers, delivery workers, and merchants were affected. Finally, Google is promoting its new AI-powered weather forecast. It says Weather Next 2 can work up forecasts 8 times faster than Google's previous model. And the company says it's also more accurate in predicting variables like temperature and wind speeds. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Maggie Rulli. Have a great day.
All right, it is 5:26 right now, 73 degrees outside.
Bexar County Judge Peter Sakai scoring a key endorsement as the county judge race starting to heat up. We're going to tell you who's backing him coming up on Good Morning San Antonio.
Coming up on 5:30. Happy Tuesday. Thanks so much for waking up with us. You know, I was talking about Go Birds when they won.
Yeah.
I got to talk about Go Cowboys at this time because them jokers showed out last
Okay,
night.
I thought you were talking about Justin being attacked by a bird.
Oh.
That's right. I thought you were going with that. But yes, the Cowboys did get a big win. Yeah, that's a story for a different day.
How much time do you have? Anyway.
Yeah.
The Cowboys, big win.
Big win.
Against the lowly Raiders, but a win
it's
is a
okay.
win.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
I'm not gonna, yes, a dub is a dub. That's what we say around here. All right, let me show you what's going on around the country. We do have an upper level low that is swinging down the west coast of California. This is going to be our next weather maker, and this is going to move into Texas as we get into Wednesday and Thursday. And finally, rain is back in the picture. Now, unfortunately, it does come with the threat of some street flooding and maybe a couple of strong storms. All things we'll be watching for you, but I think the main takeaway here is that at least we do have rain in the forecast, and honestly, that's what we need right now. 73 degrees at the airport, 72 in New Braunfels, southerly winds at 11, 80s warm. And these temperatures are not going to move much from where they are. Now, there could be a little bit of drizzle this morning. We haven't seen a whole lot of that, but if you're on your morning commute and you have to use windshield wipers a little bit, that's not going to be out of the question. 73 at 9 o'clock, cloudy skies here. We'll still keep clouds through probably the lunch hour. These clouds are going to be a little stubborn today, I think, and then they'll break apart this afternoon. That'll get us up to 85 for a high. Coming up, we'll take another look at that storm chance, how much rain we could get, and we'll talk about the severe possibility. We haven't gotten into that a lot, but what you can expect if we are going to see some severe storms. That's coming up in just a little bit. RJ, what do you have out on the roads at this hour?
All right, Justin, thank you very much. So let's give you a look at your traffic authority. If you're about to step outside on a 5:30 morning, Tuesday morning, maybe some sleepy eyes out there, maybe stayed up a little late to watch that Cowboys game because traffic right now pretty light across the city of San Antonio. Let's zoom in on the northeast side of town because that's going to be our biggest delay at the moment as we give you a look here. 35, this is our southbound traffic over by Weidner Road, past Randolph Boulevard, south of Topper Wine. You look at that right there. Basically, it is stop and go traffic at this moment for all of our drivers that are headed south right now on 35 right there at Weidner Road. We're looking at about a 15-20 minute delay just to get through that one stretch. And let's zoom out, show you the northeast side as we've been showing some of our folks out here. And this is some good news. They have cleared out this construction activity over here. This was 35 north at Olympia Parkway over by Rotama. So if you are headed out by Pat Booker Road, Universal City, Live Oak, you should be good to go if you're making your way out on this Tuesday morning. Okay, coming up in just a little bit, we'll continue to follow the very latest with our traffic and also give you some more updates, especially in the downtown area. And also, keep in mind, Mexico will be at the Alamo Dome tonight, so we'll talk a little bit about that as we make our way through GMSA. Jeff.
5:31 right now. New this morning, we got another fire to talk about. It broke out late last night at a Southwest Side home, and it did some serious damage. Firefighters say that a vehicle parked out under a carport caught on fire, spreading up to the attic and then the home on Vincent Street near Palo Alto Road. One car was destroyed and a second sustained front end damaged. Now, the good news, everyone got out safely and no injuries were reported, but the family will be out of their home for now.
Well, it's campaign season, and Bexar County Judge Peter Sakai has an early endorsement. The Deputy Sheriff's Association of Bexar County has formally announced they are backing Sakai's re-election campaign.
Judge Sakai has shown time and time again that he stands behind the men and women of law enforcement. He understands the need for good law enforcement in order to provide security and safety to our communities. This is a man who came in and took the bull by the horns. He saw a problem, and instead of fixing the blame, he fixed the problem. He knows how to get the job done.
Well, Judge Sakai was elected as Bexar County Judge in 2022. This endorsement comes just 2 days after former San Antonio Mayor Ron Nirenberg announced his bid for Bexar County Judge.
Former Alamo Trust CEO Kate Rogers suing to get her job back in a lawsuit filed against Texas leaders, including Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick and Land Commissioner Don Buckingham. Rogers says that she was wrongfully fired for speaking out. Now, Rogers resigned late last month after she faced criticism for a social media post from the Alamo posted recognizing Indigenous Peoples Day. Now, the post was criticized as being unacceptable. Rogers says that her termination followed after Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick read her doctoral dissertation, where she spoke about the Alamo as a place to bring people together. Now she wants her job back and damages paid.
5:33, another follow-up here. The man accused of killing actor Jonathan Joss is now waiting for his first court date. We're talking about Sigfredo Ceja Alvarez, who was indicted yesterday on a murder charge. Joss was shot and killed on June 1st outside his Southside home. Alvarez and Joss were neighbors with a long-standing dispute. Police responded to Joss's property over 60 times in 2 years. The attorney for Ceja Alvarez says that his client acted in self-defense. If convicted, Alvarez faces life in prison.
The Occupational and Safety Health Administration, or OSHA, is now involved in the death investigation of an HEB worker. Late last month, we first told you a 27-year-old employee passed away after sustaining injuries possibly caused by a forklift while working at the company's warehouse. According to records, OSHA opened its investigation the same day that the incident happened. However, details on what led to her death are unknown. The Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office did report that she suffered a blunt force injury to her lower left extremity. KSAT reached out to OSHA for more information on this investigation. Haven't heard back just yet.
Well, good morning. I'm Devin Karp. Amazon's new Prime Air delivery service is now going to be using drones to drop off your orders in minutes. You may even see one buzzing overhead this morning. This is Amazon's Prime Air drone, and San Antonio just became one of the newest cities in the country to get the service. So here's how it works. These drones can carry packages up to 5 pounds, anything from toiletries to small electronics, and fly them about a 7 to 8 mile radius away from their Amazon facility. Now, this has to be done during the day and during favorable weather conditions, so no airbound packages during the rain. You don't actually have to be home for the drone delivery drop-off. Customers can just input their address, and the drone will slowly descend to the ground before releasing the package and flying off. You have to be 18 or older to use it, and Amazon says millions of items are now eligible for drone delivery, with more added over time. For Prime delivery members, it's going to cost you about $4.99, but if you're not a Prime member, it's about $9.99 to get that package dropped off right in your yard. Amazon says to make sure that you select a delivery spot at your address that's at least 10 feet away from people, pets, and vehicles. Guys?
All right, we got the acting chief of FEMA stepping down after hurricane season. David Richardson handed his resignation amid months of controversy and frustration within the agency. Insiders say that plans were already underway to remove him, but now Homeland Security is preparing major changes that could redefine FEMA's future. We'll keep you updated on this as the story develops. The Trump administration is suing California over a law that restricts when federal officers can wear masks. California passed this after masked federal agents carry out controversial immigration raids. The Justice Department says that agents needed masks to stay safe from harassment and anti-ICE agitators. But the governor argues people have a right to know who's detaining them. The law set to take effect soon. This legal battle is just getting started. The Cambridge Dictionary word of the year is parasocial. It describes the strong connection people feel with someone they don't really know, like a celebrity, influencer, or even AI. The term has been around since the 1950s, originally used for TV personalities, but other finalists included slop, meaning low-quality internet content, and memeify, which means to turn something into a meme. I think that slop, I think that's very fitting nowadays, Justin. Slop.
Slop? I thought that's what you fed pigs or whatever.
Well, basically, slop is internet content now.
All right. Cloudy skies out around San Antonio this morning. We do have a threat for some severe weather coming up next few days. I'm going to show you exactly where we think the highest likelihood of that will occur coming up.
Still ahead on GMSA, Christmas mode will be in full swing after Thanksgiving, Our reporter anchor Stephanie Sedena shares what you need to start thinking about if you want your home to look festive during this time of year.
Welcome back. It is 541, 73 degrees. If you're heading to the bus stop this morning, temperatures right now, again, in the low 70s. T-shirts and shorts today. Temperatures will make it into the mid-80s. We'll be watching that chance of storms arriving tomorrow night. The timeline on when you can expect rain coming up.
next week, of course, as you know, is Thanksgiving, but many people are already in Christmas mode. You know what we're talking about. Maybe you've heard the music in the Christmas stores, or maybe when you're driving around town, you see all those twinkling lights. So if you want to see those beautiful lights on your house this year, you have options. You just have to weigh what you need and also what you want to spend.
Tell us a little bit about why you decided to, get some help putting on beautiful Christmas lights.
Well, number one is I don't ever want to get up on the roof because I'd probably fall because I'm clumsy. But I saw people putting up lights on their houses, and I always wanted to decorate my house and make it look really nice, but I didn't necessarily know how.
So, of course, you want to know how much this is going to cost you. However, there's not really a standard answer here, and most businesses won't give you a quote over the phone because the cost varies depending on the size of your house or how complex the process is, like how steep your roof is or how many stories high your house is. So coming up at 6:45, we're going to give you an idea of what this all could cost you. And we're also going to hear from a Christmas light installation professional. He's going to tell us what's been the big request this year so far.
All right, thank you very much, Steph. And man, I can't even think about putting up Christmas lights. I'm still trying to get rid of the pumpkins that are my front porch. All right, we'll hear from Stephanie coming up in just a bit, but let's talk some Cowboys here because they got a big road win against the Raiders after a pretty emotional week. KSAT Sports Director Larry Ramirez was in Las Vegas with a recap for us.
Good morning, San Antonio. It was a great night here in Las Vegas with the Dallas Cowboys picking up a 33-16 win against the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, the Cowboys did it for two reasons. First and foremost, they wanted to honor their fallen teammate, Marshawn Nealon. They wanted to play hard for him. They wanted to get a win for him, and they certainly accomplished that. Plus, they wanted to snap their two-game slide before hosting the Philadelphia Eagles Sunday at AT&T Stadium, and the Cowboys did that as well, so they're feeling much better about themselves. We will have much more Cowboys coverage in our newscast later on today. Let's send it back to you in San Antonio.
I will say that loss kind of rocked a lot of people, dealing with that and raising awareness about an issue that it doesn't matter who you are. You could be going through something, but it was nice to see them pull out that win and kind of do it in a symbolic honor. Yeah,
the head coach, Brian Schottenheimer, was wearing a shirt with Marshawn Nealon's face on there with his photo on there. So definitely a good way to honor their fallen teammate. And again, a pretty emotional week for the Cowboys, but they got it done on the field.
Got to win in.
They did.
Yes.
I
Okay.
see it.
On the roadways, let's check out what's happening.
Yes, our drivers, are they getting it done on the roads? Let's give you an update right now with your traffic authority. Wanted to focus in right now downtown as promised. Taking a look here at 35 at Florida Street where traffic is starting to move along. Basically, we did have some overnight delays, and we do anticipate that things are going to get a little bit busy north of downtown. But right now, if you're about to step outside, not too bad for many of our drivers out there. The one thing we are focused on right now is going to be on the northeast side of town. This is starting to build out. Take a look. We do have what looks like it's getting close to standstill traffic. I keep on saying stop and go, but that is slow moving traffic there, about 10 miles per hour if you're making your way on 35 South right now. So just keep that one in mind. Stay safe if you're headed out on the far northeast side of town. This is going to be our biggest delay at the moment as we look a little bit further up the road. Everything is cleared out over by 35 at 1604, so no major issues for our drivers there. And again, no accidents to let you know about either. So all good news across our area with the exception of this ongoing construction. And of course, we'll continue to track everything for you. Let's go to our Weather Authority meteorologist Justin Horn for a check of today's forecast.
All right, RJ will let us know if he sees any drizzle on any of those cameras either. So far, we haven't seen that, but it is a possibility that we could see a little bit of light moisture this morning just because there's so much in the atmosphere. And we've got some breezier winds, so that kind of takes fog out of the picture, but drizzle is a possibility. 71 degrees this morning, 85 when you get out of school today. So it is going to be a warm afternoon yet again. As we look outside for you at this hour, 73 here in San Antonio. Southerly winds at around 11 miles per hour, and they're gusting higher than that. So that's the breezy wind that we have this morning. 73 Converse, 70 in Bernie. These numbers are all running well above average. And so too will the daytime highs. When you're talking about November, these are fairly unusual numbers. In fact, they're on the verge of a record, not quite there, but I mean, we're a couple degrees away. With a high of 85 here in San Antonio, 87 Stinson, 87 Converse, and places like Nixon and Gonzales could be pushing 90 this afternoon. Come on, we need a change, and we're going to get one. Storm system moves in coming up tomorrow night. So heavy rainfall Wednesday night, mainly west of San Antonio. So we're talking Rio Grande here, the Hill Country. Those are areas where we could initially see some storms. That rain does shift east on Thursday, and we'll still be watching for the possibility of some heavy rain. The risks are going to be street flooding and stray severe weather. But as I said earlier, in general, this could just be some good rain for us, and really that's exactly what the doctor ordered. So by 4 o'clock tomorrow, we'll start to see some showers and storms develop, and then by midnight, this is midnight Thursday, I think we'll have a pretty good line of storms out west. This is where I'm concerned about some of these storms training over the same areas, and then you get quite a bit of rainfall. So that's initially what we'll be watching. Then as we get into Thursday morning, still storms out west, but they start to spread east through the day. Now, this particular model weakens the activity quite a bit, just brings some showers through San Antonio. We shall see, but I still think we'll get some storms maybe in the afternoon, another segment, broken line of showers and storms, and maybe even a few more Thursday night. Before we get into Friday morning, we'll have a frontal boundary right about here. And so once that pushes through, we'll see the rain come to an end, and by midday Friday, and certainly by Friday afternoon, we'll be clearing out and things will dry out. Here are my main concerns when it comes to what we're going to see Wednesday night through Thursday. And really, it's street flooding, initially out west, and then as some of that rain moves east on Thursday, we could see a little bit of that here in San Antonio. But I think that's going to be the biggest issue. Wind and hail also could be seen with some isolated severe storms. So all things we'll be watching for you. 82 tomorrow, 75 Thursday, 60% chance of rain, 78 Friday. We have some partly cloudy skies on Saturday, and then rain back in the picture, guys, Sunday and Monday. So another storm system moves in. It's been a while since we've had kind of back-to-back systems like this, and I don't think anyone's complaining. We just got to make sure we don't have any issues with flooding or severe weather. Hopefully it's just rain that fills up the rain gauge. We would certainly take that. All right, our Just Ask Justin question this morning has to do with this day in history, actually. November 18th was known, in 1883, was known as the day with two noons. Why? Was it because daylight saving time officially began? The international date line was created? The first time zones were created, or was it a record-long solar eclipse? We got votes for all of them. But you can weigh in. KSAT.com/polls, scan the QR code. You answer in 1 hour.
I can't. Just was like, you guys didn't learn this in history? No, I didn't learn that in history.
It's an interesting little tidbit. I'll say that.
All right.
Yeah.
It's 5:52 right now, 73 degrees outside.
Well, if you think high cholesterol is only an adult problem, think again. Up next, what parents need to know that can put some kids also at risk as well.
Having high cholesterol as an adult can cause blockages in blood vessels, leading to problems like heart attacks and stroke. Lifestyle changes and medications can lower your risk, but cholesterol is not just an adult problem. Pediatric experts from the American Medical Association say that some children may benefit from early lipid screening, including cholesterol testing, especially if there's a family history of heart disease or high cholesterol in younger relatives. For kids at greater risk, genetic screening may also be something your pediatrician recommends. While medication can lower cholesterol in children, researchers are still studying the long-term benefits and risks. Experts urge parents to follow doctors' advice. And don't forget to teach your kids healthy habits now, because making a well-balanced diet and exercise a family affair is a smart way to lower the risk of heart disease for you and your child. With this Medical Minute, I'm Rena Roy.
Well, this Thanksgiving, San Antonio's Raul Jimenez Thanksgiving dinner is gearing up to serve a record crowd this year.
And just yesterday, KSAT held that phone bank that you all contributed to. It was to help raise money for them to help provide those meals. And we're here as KSAT, proud to tell you and announce our current running total raised is $21,692.
That is impressive, yes. And I tried a little drum roll there, but they're expected to serve 29,000 meals this year to the community. That includes some mobile meals as well going out. I think it was 4,500 that they're actually going to be driving out to some folks that maybe are not able to get out of their homes. But yeah, definitely credit to all of our viewers out there.
Definitely. Yeah. Okay, so we got a lot of factors to go into setting up your Christmas lights, and still ahead on GMSA at 6. KSAT anchor Stephanie Cerna talks to a family who opted into hiring a Christmas light professional.
Plus, a person who stopped and helped someone on the road spent 11 days in the hospital after being hit after helping that individual out. Ahead on Good Morning San Antonio at 6 o'clock, how police are trying to find her justice. And taking a quick look here at our TransGuide traffic cameras, a shot there downtown. We got a sea of brake lights out there, y'all. Ongoing construction 35. We're also going to be talking about this upcoming Mexico match tonight at the Dome. What you need to know before you step outside.